people at Revelation TV Studios. You can get in touch with us on the number +260 760 955 112 or +260 964 145 985, or you can follow us on Facebook, Revelation Media. Revelation Media, you imagine it, we bring it to reality. For quality and exquisite designs and professional printing services, come to Revelation Media. Our services include corporate branding, branded stationery. We also do roll-up banners, X-frame banners, teardrops, vehicle brand.
Welcome to Revelation TV right here, and we are on your favorite show right here on Raising the New Generation with your brother, of course, friend and brother, Amos Abagodbe, aka Mr. Cage. I am so excited that last time that we were here, we did cover quite a lengthy in terms of what we're discussing. We were looking at entrepreneurship, and we did justice to that particular topic. But today we are so privileged because we have two renowned gurus. These are gurus when it comes to social media. And today we'll be discussing social media, amongst the youths. And so it's social media. What is social media? How best do you use social media? How our profiting is social media, in this generation and era that we are in. And so, ladies and gentlemen, we'll get interactive on this particular show on 0974 146 118. You drop your text message right there, we'll read it. And if at all you have any contribution or question, my panel is able enough to just do justice in terms of providing answers to those queries. And you catch us live on GoTV channel number 96 and on Topstar channel number 456. That's 458 rather, 458. You are watching us on those particular platforms. Other than that, since we are living in a social media world and we are discussing social media, we are live also on Revelation TV, all right, Facebook page. Okay, and so ladies and gentlemen, help me welcome my visitors or the guests today. This is my yard, and so you're my visitors.
That's for sure.
All right, and so ladies and gentlemen, I have got with me Sapo Chela. I call him, that's how I call him, but he's famously known as Posi Zambia. Is quite big on the social media side of life, yeah, especially on Facebook. Actually, he has 116,000 followers. What? So, Chela, how are you?
I'm all right. How are you doing?
I'm doing awesome. You're looking good, I must say.
Thank you so very much.
Good to see you. Good to see you.
God has been on my side.
Awesome.
That's for sure.
All right, and so, ladies and gentlemen, I have another guru on the YouTube social media side of life, who happens to be Pastor, P.N. Joshua, a psalmist. I like how multi-talented this man of God is. And so, ladies and gentlemen, he has 69,000 subscribers on his, YouTube account. Man of God, how are you?
I'm okay. How are you? It's good to be here.
You're welcome.
I'm very
good to have you. Good to have you around.
I'm very humbled to be here.
Tell me, how's life? How's life? In general,
life is good. The Lord is faithful.
It's a new dawn.
It's a new dawn, and we're feeling the fresh air.
Okay.
Fresh everything.
Okay.
So we are looking forward for a new move in everything, and we want just a change.
Right.
Especially as youths. Yeah.
There is what I call a life lesson. All right. In the recent past, our president, His Excellency HH Bali, traveled to America, where he was attending his, the UN. And of the things that have happened that side, he went to Maryland, attended a church service there. He sang in Tonga. That was awesome. And the whites were like, oh, what? What's happening here? Yeah. And what's even more fascinating is that the time that the church service was over, people were like, Bali, we want you here. Just come and take a photo with us here. And stuff like that. Aside from what probably was being discussed, or the speech that he gave during his address, what is your take out of everything that has happened in the US, post-Zambia?
Well, I must make mention that it has really been a tough league to run, especially starting from the time that the campaigns began, and we were hit by COVID-19. So having a government in place that is not really thinking for the youths, because for me I feel like in the previous government and regime, most people in the government were more focused on how they're going to survive themselves and the children.
Okay.
So it was not really about how is the youth faring, how are the business affected. Because for me, I feel like most of the COVID funds that came in, we were supposed to copy certain things from US and paste in our country. They used to give youth starter capitals, those who've gone down and so COVID-19 was really bad on us. And then we were only told to stay home. But how can you stay home when you don't have food in your house?
Okay.
So because the whole thing is that if that persisted, people would have been hungry to an extent of fighting the government. So
I think to a large extent they fought the government with their vote. With their voters card.
Yes, in the actual sense, they received a lot of COVID-19 funding that up to now is unexplained of where it went. Do you know what I would have done if I were the president at a particular time?
No, I don't.
I would have selected certain classes. We've got the Kanyama and these other, areas. If people have to feel that you're part and parcel of them and you think for them, there was supposed to be an establishment of, okay, we are going to purchase Milimiu as a government, and we are also going to purchase a little bit. There could be many households, but we could have at least managed. Of course, we can't go to Kablonga and the other sides, but we can definitely go to certain places. And that would have been their greatest campaign strategies. But because they don't consult, this has come down to this, where now only cadres are having money. People are not even supposed to have money. They're having money. So we actually abandoned the livelihood of the people.
Okay.
So now, from that phase of the COVID-19, they failed that test.
Okay.
So when it came to standing a chance to being voted in, it was now about the youth. Who is a youth? A youth is an entrepreneur. What is entrepreneurship? What does entrepreneurship require? Those were the certain key things that they missed from the beginning. So according to the presidential speech which was given
so
in
what
the US,
was your take home?
my take was pretty much based on, I would say that let me merge President Joe Biden's speech to our President, His Excellency Hakainde Hichilema's speech. You're going to find that all of them were arriving at the youth.
Okay.
Now, underline the word youth. If you underline the word youth, you're going to also underline the reason why the previous government didn't see the youth taking them down. Why? Because they didn't fulfill exactly what they were supposed to. So I feel the speech was very in accordance, and I feel like never, ever, even this government should learn from this. Never underestimate
the power of a youth.
Exactly.
All right, what's your take?
One thing that I learned from all this, I love the point where I mentioned life lesson, like we are living but we are learning lessons.
Exactly.
So one thing that I learned is social media. You see, the previous government were like, social media is not that much important. Actually, if I remember very well, there are some talks whereby, no, this one is just the president for
social media president.
Meaning it can happen, but
and they won a lot of elections.
They forgot that,
right?
They forgot that. Yeah, they forgot that the youths. Most of them they're on social media, and most of them they've learned since there was COVID. They've learned how to use social media wisely.
To their benefit.
Yeah, to their benefit. So, one thing I want to talk about is the social media thing, because if you are on social media, people think no one is seeing what is happening, but. And from the speech that Joe Biden had to give, a lot were like, no, how does he know? What does happened? They are forgetting that everything that has been happening in the
we live in a global village.
Yeah, social media, they used to have been taking seriously how they are doing with their social media. If anything is happening, Paul will be able to share and say, this is what is happening. I'll be able to know whatever that is going on. You'll be able to say, this is what is happening.
You remember that video of me taking down the Chinese off the trolley?
I remember that.
Yeah. Here, I lost the case. You remember I lost the case? Me.
Okay.
So they know.
Social media is that big.
They see what is happening. So even when Joe Biden or the president tackled those moments to say the youths came in large numbers and they had to make sure they do a difference. I will get some of his words. Even this government that we're having right now, they have to know how powerful social media is and the youth, because we are the youth that are taking over church programs. We are influential even in churches. We have got tithe. So even the boosters there, the bishop, they should know that the tithe is coming in, the youths are there.
They are there.
Even in the marketplaces and everywhere, they should know that youths are taking social media wisely and we are getting revenue from there. And don't think that people are not watching what's happening. They see. And the good part about social media is when something happens like that, the way we are live right now, you're able to come and watch again. Yeah,
Social
it doesn't
media.
die. You're able to come and see after 2 months. You're able to say, oh, this is what they said.
Yeah.
You're able to say, oh, this is how they treated this one.
Exactly.
So that's how powerful it is.
And you know, social media can pay you much more than a job.
All right, we'll get there. We'll get there. I know you are itching. You want to hit the road running where social media
Yeah,
is concerned. All right, and so, ladies and gentlemen, when talking about social media, you also need to know that youths are the most fashionable people. And if you look at my dress code right here, I've been, dressed by Zex Fashion. And if you need a suit like this one, you can just walk to downtown, right behind downtown at shop number C25, actually at Region Trading Center. You'll be talking to Isaac right there. Okay, and so now let's switch. We're done and dusted about the president and his speech and whatever transpired that side. Let's do this. First things first. Why are you called Posse Zambia?
Well, I would say that this name started when I was in grade 8. Yeah. It came about because my surname is Chela.
Okay.
Yeah. So
Are
then
you related to Tukta?
I'll be able to explain that later.
All right.
He's my brother.
Okay.
So yeah, then the Zambia was a code name because I used to really play football and I was the guy who was always raising the hand in class, especially when it came to civic issues and anything that had to do with calculating and one or two things. So I just used to stand out, and then it was like, Zambia. So then I was like, Posse.
Okay.
Zambia. C
So
stands
C
for
for
Chela.
Chela. Okay, I see. I've always been wondering, where does the PJN come from?
Okay, so PJN came from I think 2012 when I released my first album.
Okay.
So I was like, what name am I going to use? What can I use? And I remember very well starting in school, like he they were calling me pastor, even when I was just a schoolboy because
You were born a pastor, of course.
so even there, because I could, if I hear anyone in class insulting and they like, okay, guys, no, if you answer that. So from there, I'm not a pastor, and I was so much influential with scripture union singing. I was actually the worship leader in Okito district.
Okay.
I was the first. I was also part of the choir group at school at Mkuba. So all those things were coming together. So when I released that album, I was like, what name am I going to put here? So I said, okay, what about Pastor Joshua and Jove? So to abbreviate, so to abbreviate, let's just put it PJN Joshua.
All right.
So that's the one I've been using. So at first, since I was just learning, a lot were like, it is too hard. People won't get common and familiar with this name. Why can't you choose another name? I was like, no, I want to be unique. So just put it like that. Let it be PJN Joshua. So over the years, it has grown, and as it has been growing, I love it because now
you love it even more.
Yeah, many people it's hard for them to pronounce.
Okay,
but many are learning.
Okay.
PJN Joshua.
PJN Joshua.
I think that's the easiest for me.
Exactly. It's the same. I think we're in the same boat. You know, people have been asking me what Minister Cage. Others take it. Those are my real names. Cage is an acronym of my names. C for Chama, A for Amos, and G for God.
I didn't realize that. All this time.
I keep forgetting. You explained that. I keep forgetting.
Oh, yeah.
All right. Okay. So now let's do this. How old is Facebook? Probably here in Zambia. Oh, are you able to give us a bit of the background of Facebook?
Well, I remember very well when I came to know about Facebook. That was 2008, is it? That should be 2008. But it was really trending by then. I think by then it was like it's not 3 years older, but then it was being perfected because it started as a campus. How can I
network?
Yeah, networking, so they could communicate within the campus, and then it dropped out of school, and then now it was trying to really communicate, make communities come together, and I feel like Mark Zuckerberg, and then it came to life in Zambia nearly 2018. That's when most of us were youths by then, because I feel it started from our generation, and then it has been now going.
So we are the right owners of this thing. Okay. All right, so
In some ways, yeah.
Okay, so you are saying it became more popular in Zambia around
2008.
2008. Okay, I know you, since you are coming from the Facebook side of social media, you are probably older than him because YouTube is quite younger, right? Compared to
Yeah.
No,
Give
yeah,
me a
Because
bit of
I think maybe 2014, 2013, that's when like Africa was like getting to know that okay, there's YouTube.
YouTube.
Yeah, there's YouTube. That's when they were getting that. But for Zambia, it has taken long for us to like wake up. Because I remember very well, 2015, YouTube has been there. For a longer time. You could search on Google. You search YouTube. It was there. But for Africa, just to
But I think
get there.
basically that time it was only maybe for watching things and
Yeah.
stuff, but not like we never had an idea to say you can open your own account.
So it was for Zambia. It was hard for us to. Why should I have YouTube? For what? I already have Facebook and whatever. So why should I have this? So there are like a lot of questions that were running in the youth's minds, because it's us first, then we introduce it to our father. Because but that. Yes, because even Facebook is just to tell man. If so, we Facebook, then they get in. So same with YouTube. For Zambia, it was a bit hard for them to know. Okay, this is how you go about it. This is how it's done. So from 2012, 2011, somewhere there, that's when now we started getting in.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. In case I know you're watching us from home, and you know that actually this is quite an interesting subject or topic that we're discussing here. And if you want to get interactive, you can just drop us a text message that will engage you on at a later stage, actually at 0974 146 118. That's the number you drop your text message on. Now let's do this. Paul C. Zambia.
Yeah.
You tell me, how were you introduced and when to social media in terms of Facebook?
I joined social media in 2008. I think then I just had a profile.
Okay.
So I used to run the profile, and it used to be fun because then it was just used to communicate from friend to friend, upload the pictures, tell your story, and show people how you're living your life. It used to be fun until we became to realize that it was just more than social media. This was like, it's another home base where you can create, live, and live for others. So it came to evolve in such a sense that most people who didn't really understand, it took time for them to evolve around it. But I feel like everything that was introduced at that particular time in 2008, 2009.
Who introduced you to Facebook?
I had a friend of mine. It was Siame, and then it was just like we were on a bus, and then he was asking this girl out, and then I was like, yeah, and this girl was like, are you on Facebook? I was like, oh, find me on Facebook, and then gave the names. I was like, oh, okay. She didn't give you the number, but she left you a name on Facebook. I mean, what is this Facebook? Then he was like, okay, I'm going to send you a link. Then you definitely have to join. Then he just texted me on a text.
Okay.
Yeah. And then I went there, I joined, and it was all fun. And I was like, okay, it was a form of networking then.
I see.
Yeah, I think that's the guy who introduced me to really Facebook from the beginning.
All
that
right.
was
Maybe the two of you run me through some of these social media platforms that we have.
We have Instagram.
Yeah, we've.
How do you use Instagram? Because we're not going to dwell on that much today. But in a nutshell, how does it run?
I've actually linked it with my other social media platforms. So it's good if you are on TikTok and on Instagram.
What's that? Mommy's worried home there. On TikTok is it talking? How do you use TikTok?
Explain on TikTok. Explain.
It's as we grow and evolve, I feel like most of the youths are taking center stage in coming on board to develop these apps. And I'm just saddened that in Zambia so far we really haven't had many youths.
This is when we're coming up.
Yeah, I hate the fact that we have to go to school and learn only to get a job than to really invest in ourselves, because that's another form of entrepreneurship. People are really making money off the sites. We'll
definitely get to the money side of social media. But for now, run me through.
We have plenty so far. There's TikTok. there's
Likey.
YouTube, Likey, there's WeChat, there's
All of those.
Snapchat.
Snapchat.
Even Telegram, is it?
Yeah, even Telegram.
it's
Telegram.
there. Even Telegram is there.
If you
It's not like the Telegram we used to.
Yeah,
yes,
yes,
yes.
yes.
You know,
That's why I was
I
really
joined,
thinking about-
I joined it, but I didn't find it interesting. I was like, these same people, I have them on WhatsApp.
I know, it's
Don't
different
be
with
such a
WhatsApp.
grandpa.
Don't be a grandpa.
Don't be a grandpa.
It's unique.
Okay.
For most of other people that I promote with the gospel videos. So if someone is in Solwezi, as far as Solwezi or maybe Eastern Province, and I've got a new video, and they don't want it to lose quality, and they fail to connect with WeChat,
Okay.
WeTransfer,
WeTransfer,
then they will
okay.
use Telegram. The video will just come exactly.
Is it?
Yeah.
It contains the same quality.
Yes.
Same quality,
Wow.
same everything.
That's the advantage of Telegram.
Have you also
Okay.
told him about LinkedIn?
Yeah, there's also LinkedIn.
Educate me.
That's where entrepreneurs. That's like the home of entrepreneurs, like the home where you need to upload the bio, everything. It's more like a CV on its own. It's just
When you
there as a
when you
CV.
update your LinkedIn, it's
I feel like I need to go to school
It's
for
faster
social
to,
media.
when someone goes on Google, it's faster to see you.
To see
So
you.
I noticed that before we even won the elections,
Yeah.
H8 was his link was already changed to 7th. President of
Seven-
Zambia.
yeah.
My
and,
goodness.
and when we got to Google, it was just
It
ready.
was there
already.
Everything
My
was
goodness.
there.
My
Everything was
goodness. Social
Already.
media.
That was
social
it.
media.
He was prophesying.
That's
Was like,
social media.
I'm already. So by the time we went voting, it was already.
It was already done.
changed.
Okay. All right. I nowadays I don't see what's this platform again? Ijayaka Nyonija. What?
Twitter.
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 It's doing
Oh,
well, too.
Twitter is doing
But
there.
how big is Twitter here in Zambia?
Twitter is big amongst the most influential people.
Yes.
Talk about
Beef flow.
How do you marry to
Flows.
status? Is it that biased?
Twitter needs you to be biased. You know, these social platforms are like this. If you have to be on Twitter, you have to be very smart, intelligent. You know, all
Are
these
you on Twitter?
calibers.
Are you on Twitter?
I'm on Twitter.
Are you that smart?
It's smart.
If you have to be on Instagram, you have to be that smart and swift person who is really outshining others. You know, like,
You have to have a different
categories.
stuff.
But everybody's on Facebook. Even
It's
the
for the
Jim
top.
and Jack is
Okay.
on Facebook.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
So they've got levels of management. When you fail, that means it has failed to relate with you because every platform has a way to make money. When you fail
I
to
feel
relate,
like you're judging me here.
don't be a grandpa. You're just fine.
All right.
He's on Facebook. It's good.
Oh yes, I'm on Facebook and YouTube, and I'm doing very well. Okay.
So you have to. Most of them, you have to like intertwine them, or
Yeah.
like, I don't know if I can use the word marry them. So
Okay.
you can connect your Instagram. It's connected to your Twitter. It's also connected if you are using the same name, like Posi Zambia. So you can be able to connect
Just run
same.
all of them.
So those like the followers that you have on Facebook can come to follow you also on Instagram.
Wow.
They come also to follow you.
Okay, it
on,
helps to
on
track
TikTok.
traffic,
Yeah.
right?
Yes,
Okay.
yes.
Even
Okay,
the post,
follow
you can just make one post.
and it goes there.
It goes
like
on.
we were talking earlier, you can be live the way we are live right now.
Okay.
Connect to me. I'm live on my Facebook page. I'm live on YouTube.
Which is a plus.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes. It's so good.
Okay.
You can be live on Instagram on the same name.
Same
they
name.
connect you to live on Instagram, live on your Facebook page, and live
At the
on
same
YouTube.
time,
At the
same
same
quality.
time.
Yeah.
Same.
Okay, perfect. Now you tell me, there is so much skepticism amongst the older generation when it comes to social media. A lot of people take it's for younger generation, the youths. All right.
Bangalafi.
Bangalafe. And you tell me, what could be your message to the older generation? What are they missing? We were used to writing letters. What didn't back at 2 months earlier? Oh, the world has turned upside down, right?
Do you know that social media now is a form of entrepreneurship that they've really missed? Because if I tell you that I've built Mame House using social media,
Wow.
you'll disagree with me
Wow.
on this platform. But I can
I know
definitely
you, so
drive
I
you
can't.
there.
I know.
Wow.
Off social media and only Facebook for now alone. The reason is very simple. I feel like this generation, if you have to be the older age, living in this generation, you need to make sure that you have that, that sidekick, like who is a sidekick to really usher you, but you know they're really missing a lot. It's a platform to make money. It's a platform to most people even track down families like
Not radio. This time is easier.
And most of my cousins that we never got to know each other, they found me when I came out on the scene, like boom, Posy Zambia. It's like they didn't know who Posy Zambia was, but then they check the pictures.
I know you. He's the one who at the same school.
And then they tell the parents, and it's like, yes, he's the one. He's your brother. Yes, and most of my cousins have really come on board. They contacted me personally and tell me about things. So it has really shaped and changed their livelihood.
No, this is so provocative, ladies and gentlemen. He has built a house for the mother through social media.
Yeah.
Drop us a text message on 0974-146-118. We'll get interactive right there. All right. Now, you tell me, what are some of, let me start with you.
Yeah.
What are some of the real challenges that you faced in getting on social media, growing it, your YouTube account? What were some of the challenges that you faced?
So before you talk about the challenges, I wanted to echo on the question that you asked.
Okay.
Abafiash. Yeah. So
it on from there.
For now, it's very easy for someone who's having a business, whether it's a salon or a barbershop, to gain more customers just by advertising their stuff there.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's very easy than it was a long time. It's very hard. It was hard for that time when you start a barbershop maybe at Intercity or a small shop at Intercity. You cannot only be, for now it's very good because you cannot only be relying on the customers that come, the walking ones. You are able to have someone all the way from Livingstone
Okay.
to come get your products. My wife just started her own business, but she's in Lusaka. She's a Kopala person, but number Kusha. She's in Lusaka, but she's able to still connect with the customers that are in Kopala. We buy stuff in Kamwala, we buy stuff at Komesa. Tuafibika chapamu, tualaisha inchiragombwe. We have it's as easy as that through social media. So it
has made business easy.
Yeah, it's easier.
Very
You
much.
put your phone number there, you tell them, okay, what's up me, what's new? What are the new shoes that are out there? So it's as easier as that.
Alright.
So you can be able to tell your daughter, my daughter, I'm having this
Kuicheria
period.
dede?
I've got this brilliant idea. I've had it for a long time. How can I
Incorporate it into
how
social
can I
media?
put it in social media? Then your daughter or your son will be able to say, okay, mom, I am maluba na mkwata idea isuma not kora asungafi. Let's put this. They'll be using this for weddings. They'll be using this. So people are now they have woken up.
It was only yesterday that I was live on my platform. That was my cousin's Chilanga Mulilo.
Okay.
Most people failed to travel and come. I was like, okay, tune in on Facebook. It's like, yeah, we are live together. It's happening in real time. I'm here, and you are there, but it's happening. Every mistake that is done there, it's true.
They are seeing.
Yes, so it gets people, even in a wedding, you can, like wedding, people fail to come. They're able to watch. So they're really missing out a lot if they're failing to be conventional. You know what I mean?
Yes.
So even, you remember Chama Msonda? I went there to Chama Msonda's funeral and streamed live. The whole country watched. I had about close to 60-something thousand people watching. And like Chama Musonda was that lady who was cancer.
My plan is to go there later on. We'll talk about Chama and that skin, that child who had the skin problem. Whom you did the fundraising for.
Yes.
But for now,
Challenges.
let's deal with the challenges.
Okay, the challenges that are there is when you are starting. When you are starting and you're not connected, it's very hard because you feel like, how can I go about this? So, when I'm humbled, I call Posy Zambia, I say, sir, it's easier. Like for me, I'm very much happy because when I started, I didn't have many people that were calling to say, how can I go about this? How can I do this? How can I get paid when I have a YouTube channel? Many people are not coming. But for now, I'm very happy because I can say that I have been able to disciple many.
Okay, now let's do this. I know that your account has been monetized. You are getting paid for what is running on your
Google Ads.
Yes, exactly. You tell me, what's the process like? How do you, because this sounds like a far-fetched, idea. Getting paid, uploading my own videos and stuff like that. You tell me, how do you go about it?
People
tell me it's so tedious. The process is quite
for Zambia, I cannot lie. For Zambia, it's a bit tricky because we've not yet been that much trusted. That's what I can say. Because for South Africa,
You see,
Nigeria,
when you talk of trust, you're talking of a very big virtue right there.
Yeah.
What makes us not be trusted?
I don't know. On that one, I don't know. But for South Africa,
Is
Nigeria,
it because of Qatarism?
No. For South Africa, Nigeria, our friends are doing very well.
Yeah.
Okay.
Whereby YouTube getting paid from YouTube and Facebook is easier for them faster.
That side they're big.
Yes.
If you've noticed, even on Facebook, I feel these guys are bigger. You know, they get to millions. Even comedians get to millions.
Us is like we are in a learning phase. So
Okay.
when maybe if our government were to do something about it, then it would be easier because just there are a lot of people that have got a lot of YouTube channels and they are doing well, but they are not monetized because you need to sit down and learn from us, whereby I explain to you. So it's like a process. At first, when your channel reaches 1,000 subscribers and you get 4,000 watch time, when you get 4,000 watch time, they will be able to give you a notification to say you are applicable. But you cannot be applicable if you don't change a certain setting. There's a certain setting down which we change the region. So from there, if I change the region from Zambia, maybe I say I'm in UK. That's when it will be faster. To be recognized that you are
Ile twaleta yako pama elections basa tuchinja
VPN.
tu ya London.
Yeah.
That is called VPN.
That one was VPN. So for YouTube, there's a setting where we change. I change the region to say I'm maybe from South Africa or I'm from US. Then immediately I'll be applicable to apply.
Okay.
So you cannot apply even if you have many subscribers or 2,000 and 4,000 watch time. But if you have not changed that setting,
Okay.
to be hard.
So
But the
you need to pretend not to be in Zambia
for that
for
part,
you to qualify.
for that particular.
Okay.
So after that phase is done, then you're able to put all particulars there on another account that
Okay.
is called Google AdSense account. So in
Okay.
Google AdSense account, that's where we get paid from. But you have to connect the Google AdSense to YouTube.
I'm
Yes.
just thinking aloud. You tell me, do you think there's something that the government can do for us to be monetized here in Zambia and get paid?
I think they
Yeah,
can.
I feel it's a matter of when they're on the other side, like they are not here, so they are on the other side. So they have countries that they've repositioned. So this will get traffic, this will get traffic. Even companies do really advertise. So now in Zambia we are at a stage in life where more companies are really turning out to advertise, and they are looking for those people in Zambia to disseminate the information.
Yes.
So that number one we've crossed. The only thing that we need is we need to really make sure that we empower a lot, because there are very few people who are really getting out on Google. So we are not yet on the map. It's like what they say when at the airport, say you are not on the ladder.
You're not yet there.
All right, you run
Yeah.
us through some of the challenges that you faced in trying to get on your Facebook to that level. What did you do? Did you promote it? What did you do?
Actually, this is how it is. The challenges that we have here in Zambia is that we don't have PayPal. PayPal is not working here.
That's what I was telling you. We need
Yeah.
the ladder. We need to go on the ladder.
So that is a form of payment if you want to increase the numbers on your channel on Facebook. Then we have now we use this Visa.
Okay.
Yeah, Visa. But then it's not that much as effective as you may think, because sometimes they might deduct up front, sometimes they deduct even when it's done. So most users are very skeptical about, just losing all the money and going. But for me, most of the challenges that I faced were I was making other youths fly high. Whilst I knew where the buttons to touch, but I was usually managing artists, comedians, and all. So I used to really make them fly, and I had to really spend much of the time trying to analyze and just put everything in order and understand as much as I can to make sure that we fly higher. When it was time for me to come on the scene, I feel like most of the artists that I'd helped didn't really look back and say, this guy was there. They gave me the distance. So
After
then,
making them, after helping them too.
After helping them. So what I really did was, I reached at a point in life where I was unrecognized, even in their music. It was me who was doing distributions. Even in their music, they couldn't even put a name like Posse Zambia and all this. It was like that hit me a lot hard, as I was like, okay, fine. I'm a pro at this. I've met all of these people. how do I go about it? It took me a day to figure out who I wanted to be, and I immediately had
Wow.
to focus on what I wanted to be. I was like, okay, fine. What if in these times of COVID-19, I just be like that one guy with one sound mind with the sixth sense, making a lot of more sense more than everybody else. As the country's fighting and shrinking
At this level.
at this level. So I looked beyond the challenge, and you turn the challenge into something that is going to work on your side. So what I actually did is, most people are going to tell you to say, I came on the scene out of commenting on all pages. It
So
was
was that a deliberate strategy?
it was a deliberate strategy, and that's the strategy that brought me here.
Wow.
How did you figure it out?
It's very
Because
easy.
I know for real that you were actually dubbed as the chief what?
Commenter.
The chief,
The chief
social
comment- the king
media
of comments.
The king of comments. How did you figure it out? Say to work for you.
Well, I looked at a certain path where most youths were just, when they have to comment, it's just priority. You comment, oh, looking beautiful, oh,
that's
you are
all.
good, oh, it's one word. And me, I appreciated Facebook much more than everybody else would look at it. When I would get into the comment box, I used to tell myself, this is what you want to become, be different. So when I get there, you might find that I've got different opinions, and the opinions are really making sense, suited and
Even now,
tailor-made
even now.
to each and every post.
Okay.
And I would exhaust the whole day having different ideas and putting in my energy and efforts to make sure that people realize there's a difference between just putting a comment and just my comment. So it had really to stand out, and I made a huge impact where most people didn't realize that even the others were coming to follow me behind other people
because
of the comments. Yeah.
Okay.
So where I need to crack a joke, I need to crack. Where I was commenting on political issues, I was really analytical, and I was never choosing a side. But at the
Yes.
end of the day, I was really giving exactly what it was. Until
Now,
at the end of
you see, I
the tunnel, when I definitely
I follow you on
unveiled.
social media, and one thing that stands out is that you seem to be a darling of the girls. Are you married, Paul Sizambi?
I'm not
Or
married
are you
yet.
seeing somebody?
I'm not
I want
married
to save
yet.
you from the social media world.
He said, I'm not married.
I'm
That's
not
what he
married yet.
Are you seeing somebody?
You see, this is the problem. He wants to marry me off. He's a clegy man.
He's a crazy-
I'm ready. I haven't married people in a long time.
I think I'm sandwiched. We'll talk
He's
about
failing,
this
he's
in-
failing to lie and he's failing to say the truth.
Yes.
So it's in between.
So it's him now to save me.
All right. Okay. So that aside, That aside, you told me. I want to hear it from the resource side of social media. Did you put aside a certain, budget to promote your social media? And if so, how much? How much sacrifice did you put in? Because your social media Facebook page has grown real big.
Oh, yeah. The first thing that I would love to say is, I know all about all the ways to get and grow social media pages, and I manage a lot of social media platforms, inclusive of those of companies, and that's where I get paid
Okay.
for social media management. Not only that, but I also endorse brands to get
Okay.
paid. So for me, what has actually happened from when I was starting, I was prompted to. I've done the sponsorship before, like okay, let me try, and it worked. But then it left me with more debt, and I think I sponsored up to 10K. Up to 10K. Then I was like, I changed the strategy. I was a broke. I was a broke boy in the society.
How much budget were you putting aside, like on a monthly basis?
On a monthly basis, when I was doing that, I think the dollar was at 13. The dollar was at 13 kwacha, sometimes 12.50 and all. And then what used to happen was we used to calculate per dollar. So sometimes I would run ads, maybe $10 per day for a whole complete week. And
So $10 was like how much?
$10 was really like 13 kwacha by 10.
Okay,
That's
like
like-
1.3?
Yeah. No, is it one?
by that, yeah, I think it
Yeah,
will reach.
yeah.
Around that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So it used to be about, So then when I ran for the week, it's like $10 per day. So 13 kwacha by 10. It used to bring somewhere close to 100 and what? Somewhere 100 and something. I remember some
how
thresholds
many
were like
viewers?
140.
How many viewers or followers?
Yeah, this is what he's talking about.
Okay.
People
Yeah.
reached.
Ah, okay,
Yeah.
okay.
So
I see.
the reach used to be like close to like about 65,000 in like $10, and then within what I would really maybe what I was sponsoring for me, the reach was nearly 65,000 and all. If I'm going, you got different on social media, especially Facebook. It's either you are promoting a product or you are promoting the likes on the page.
Okay.
So if you're promoting the likes on the page, $10 would really take you as far as sometimes the 1,200.
So of the two, which one is better, in your own observation?
There's nothing which is better, because at the end of the day, number one, you need to convince people that you are the real person by growing numbers. So when they come, they find a lot of numbers. So it's a double weight.
So you used to do both?
Yeah, I used to do both.
All right.
So sometimes I would run ads and then reach to a certain level, and I'd be like, I've gone broke. And then I go now to promote a certain product. So if you're on Facebook and you want to really get something going, you need to have a business that you're doing. And
Okay.
most youths don't really have that. And that's why they comment anything, they post anything. You need to have what you're doing. And
To
you need to
support it.
have a brand that has to support what you're doing. If you're a comedian, you need to brand as a comedian. If you are, for me, I'm a marketing professional, and I've stood out on different aspects of life, even humanitarian, marketing, entrepreneurship, and quite a number of them.
All right.
Quite a number of them.
Now let's do this. At what stage did you realize? Let me ask. Do you charge those videos from these artists we see?
Okay, at first, like my brothers said, even for me it was hard. I had to pump in.
Okay.
Because when at first, before they knew the name, the brand, it was so hard. A video could come out, and as I was saying, nobody was getting getting focused on YouTube and the like. So when Kings releases a new video at that time, or Martha and Nanak, it will be my effort to get the video, make sure I upload the original format, and sometimes original formats were like maybe 1 GB.
Yeah.
So I'll make sure I pump in a lot of bundles and also boost
My
the
goodness,
link.
it's quite expensive.
Yes. So at that time, when they realized a video that has been released maybe by Kings, maybe he only shares it on Facebook, and other people out there that follow him, and they follow YouTube, they are looking for the latest. Where is it? So I would get a video for Martha, use my own resources, and sometimes for Martha, since she works in Chibombo, she would just say, Pastor Joshua, there's an event that has happened. I shot it with this producer. Go and look for him. I'll use my own money, go to look for him. Maybe when coming back, even the rains for me. I get that
Showers
video.
of blessings.
I get that video. Share it. When I boost it, within a week, it's above 100,000. And most of the nominations that Martha got, it's through the pushing of the videos that I did.
Wow.
So they could nominate her on Kwacha Awards, and I'm like, this is good, I pushed this. So there's also that feeling where I feel, even if I pumped in, but at least it's coming up.
Do you charge now for
So
something?
for now, I don't charge much. So I would say for a video, it's 150.
Okay.
And maybe an upcoming gospel artist would say, that's too much, I only have 100. I'll say, no, it's fine.
Okay.
But I'm trying to balance, whereby I'm continuing my mission of promoting,
Okay.
but at the same time, I'm getting something for bundles and, boosting their links.
So tell me, even these renowned musicians, they still pay you?
Most of them, they are very good. They're very open. Christine, we talk. Papa Bruno, they would say, Pastor Joshua, I'm pushing Nenko. How much do you want me to give you? I say, Mwalanja, man of God, Mwalanja, then they give me, then we boost their link and whatever. So the advantage of what I've seen for YouTube is when an artist releases an album, like for gospel, because it's different with our secular
Yes,
friends.
yes.
For them, it's like everyone shares for them for free
Yeah.
and whatever. But for us, most of the problem that we've had as gospel, we just want to release and you just sit.
Yeah.
At fair since
Now you see your side, it's a bit challenging because you directly have maybe competition from the secular world. With him, he saves anybody and everybody, but with you,
It's
your
strict.
target market is
It's strict
the
gospel.
gospel. How have you managed don't you have this temptation of other people coming to you asking you to put their music, the
I
secular
have,
music?
I have had a lot.
Is it a
that
principle that
that
you've
one
put?
also? It's a principle that I've put because a lot of calls and a lot of messages, because we've even put our social media platforms everywhere. So if someone goes on Instagram, they will say, okay, this is how I can follow him on YouTube. So a lot of calls have been coming in and say, you just promote gospel, give us. So it led me to open now also another account for secular. Another YouTube account.
So
for
you have
secular.
another account for
yeah,
secular?
for secular. Yes.
I wanted to say, now you're a man of God. I won't go there.
So now for YouTube, it's just for me, for PJ and Joshua page, that's how I've branded it. It's just for gospel. You can't find any political stuff there, but the temptation is there because most of the political stuff on YouTube, they do very well.
Okay.
You see, Hamdudu said something and everyone is sharing.
Hamdudu.
But for me, I've maintained, and that's what they've known me for. I've branded myself in that man.
Okay.
So every TV station, they know, as Collins released something new, let's go and check on PJ and Joshua.
Exactly.
As Christian released this song, let's go and check on PJ and Joshua. And for those renowned artists who knows, like Karen knows, like they could call, man of God, my YouTube channel is not doing well. Help me.
Okay.
We help push and promote. So there are some of the accounts that are YouTube like him that I'm managing, that I'm helping to grow. Right now, Peace Preachers channel, I'm helping it. Enoch Imbewe, I'm doing that. Most of some of these.
Now, I know you should have a lot of job to do because I've realized that sometimes certain videos that you even post are like even rehearsals. Like maybe they're just short using the phone.
Yeah, using a phone, maybe a church service, rehearsals. So for that one, what I've realized is,
Do you still charge those?
Sometimes,
Okay.
if I know that it has boomed, because for YouTube you cannot know. Like for Collins, he really appreciates me because most of the songs before he could go in the studio, he's just singing maybe at the crusade. Then I get that clip for 3 minutes, I post it on my Facebook page and I post it on YouTube. You see that within a week or so, it will go viral and you'll be like, hey, Boos, I need to go in the studio and do it. Churches will start singing the song before he even records.
Wow.
Yeah, and they'll be like, this is good.
Okay.
So it's so good whereby Philemon and Christine, they do a song Bufeniko. The studio version, before they just shoot it with the phone. I do it, I push it, I promote it. Then others say this is good. Then they go in the studio. By the time they're going in the studio and singing the whole thing, people already they are heading for that.
All
so
right.
that's the good part about advertising. The way I've loved the part where you brought up those, like it's just a raw video. It's not even a camera, it's just for the phone. Then we put it there. So it's good. I've even started sermons, inspirational things. And it's good, even if it's showing that maybe only 200 views I've watched. But when you go to check the ads that I've run, maybe you see that maybe you've made $2 there or $3. So that's the advantage.
All right. Okay. So if you're on social media right now, we are live on the Revelation TV Facebook channel, and you can also catch us on Topstar. On channel number 458, and of course on GoTV channel number 96 right there. All right, and in case you have questions or contributions and you contemplating whether to drop them or how to reach us, ladies and gentlemen, you will get interactive on this particular show as you drop your text message on 0974 146 118. Now let's do this. Post Zambia. I know I've known you for a long time, and I feel you have this passion for media.
Oh yeah.
And I think you are, consolidating your efforts well towards this agenda.
you.
But now let's do this. There are other people that think probably you're just giving a folktale, right? Gosh, well, guys, such tika. Okay, so tell me, with the successes that you've scored so far using Facebook social media, you tell me. You ran me through the story of is it the late in Kabwe? And
Chama Msonda.
Chama Msonda, and the boy that you showed me last time we met.
Oh, yes.
Whom you did the fundraising for, what, the skin problem.
It's a girl.
How did they identify you? How did you meet them? How did you connect even with the likes of Namadingo?
Oh yeah. Basically, what it is that realizing the power of social media has helped me really connect with people and expand my networking system. The reason is very simple. Number one, the first thing that comes into mind when people hear social media, they just go like, okay, social media, you know, like, oh, people have fun, oh, but then what I've realized with time is they never happened by accident. I was called through social media because I work with Remy Kangwa in my humanitarianism, and Remy Kangwa is the one who spotted Chama Musonda.
Okay.
From Kabwe, the lady who was suffering with cancer. So from there, we picked it up and we joined forces and we spread the news, and it went across. And I remember even the former president, Edgar Chagwa Lungu, then picked it up and wanted to sponsor in and all, which was really showing. And most people came on board and contributed massively to her well-being, though unfortunately she didn't make it. She passed away. I think the video was live.
I saw it on your page, of course.
Yeah, so I feel for me it took branding myself into such a one, and you know it's not easy being trustworthy because people were sending money through the various platforms. As far as US, we had foundations which we received about quite some money from the US, about 1,002. Yeah, just from the US, you know, and this is where you begin to understand, to say, okay, this is really great. Then came the girl who had the skin condition, and people contributed massively. We were able to raise amounting to about 27,000 just using social media.
Now, 20,000.
27,000.
Now that's huge.
Yeah.
That's a lot of money. Now you tell me, how do you just win people's trust? To giving you 20, even 500 kwacha, it's not a joke.
Yeah, it's not really easy. I feel for me, you've known me from way back. I feel like you can testify that my personality has followed on the social media. It has never really changed. If you know me off social media, there is 100% chance that what you see on social media is exactly what you see in person. Yeah, so I feel like it's a branding that I did to my personality. Like, okay, guys, I'm going to really give you who I am without faking anything, and I'm going to give you the loyalty that I have without contemplating. And I'm also going to make you trust me by also seeing that in as much as I do these charity works and helping people in the community, I was in Mukobeko, was it 3 weeks ago, where we donated some sanitary for the ladies who are in jail. And you realize that most of those monies just come from our pockets and my pocket. So putting so much effort and sacrifice into other people's well-being is the best thing to show to the people, to say, look, you can entrust me because I'm able to give up my own.
This reminds me, you have also been very vibrant on the cake side of life. Tell me about it. Tell me about it.
I actually bake.
Under a minute.
I actually bake.
You bake?
Yeah.
How did you come up with this idea of sporting your viewers' birthdays, then deliver them on their doorstep?
I'm the king of comments, so I'm on every page. So the moment you just post it's your birthday, I'm on you. And I used to track them down. Like some people I used to.
You see, for me sometimes I feel like that's acting because I've had so many birthdays and I've never received any from you.
I had 38 cakes. I think it's where what I actually do is that every week I let go of 20 cakes.
Wow,
every week, and
that's
I bake.
huge.
So what I actually do, the criteria is 5 should be celebrities for brand growth.
Celebrities like me?
Yes.
Okay.
And then 5 should be for hospices, for those people who are there and to give them hope and just to tell them so they are not on their own. And then the rest are just for the 10 ones are just for the rest of everybody, the community at large.
Wow.
So
Perfect.
I would pick comments and be like, okay, I close my eyes. The 20th comment gets a cake. The 31st comment. So there is no criteria to it.
Now let's do this. What are some of the real under a minute? You have 1 minute to answer this one. You tell me some of the real obstacles right now. Because obviously certain people would say, but do you have people out there that would say, YouTube channel, Facebook channel? You go first.
Yeah.
Let him start.
No, you start. He's been on the show.
Repeat the question.
What are some of the obstacles that you've had? Maybe maybe rejection from people. Maybe people trying to pull you down.
I think that happens a lot on Facebook, isn't it?
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
So me, I think the challenge came in. I think it should be last year. I think 2020, especially when the COVID had to hit us. It's like that's when most. Because me, as I told you, me is just gospel.
Okay.
So it's like most of the gospel artists. That's when they knew that quite walk for. So them, the way they took it was like, we will not get any advice from him. We'll be doing our stuff.
Okay.
So it'll be like they let you promote their new song that is there, and it's doing so well, and you have put in so much, and they'll just say, but taifunya any pwe. Na vuna tukwata YouTube channel is to have paminsu. And you feel like, okay, now you delete. Then
Okay,
they start struggling. For that it was hurting because you have put in a lot and you have boosted. Then they start pushing for their own and it's just moving, so then they realize, we made a mistake.
So now let me get this clear. Is it to a large extent like at certain points you just get a video without the owner's consent, or what happens?
Like the way I've given you examples whereby they've not been having that kind of thing, and I've been doing it for them.
Okay.
Yeah, like I can give just an example of Martha. Like,
you've been doing
we've
it
been
for
doing it for her. We are there. Then they realize, could for them. You know, I don't want. And so, okay. Yeah, they say, okay, you try. Then they do. They say, I made a mistake. Then by the time they're saying they made a mistake, and
It's
like
done.
you see that some of the new videos daendele. For me, YouTube is easier when you say, like for me, I can give an example of me. The new song that I've done with Christine Mwebaku. I shoot, I put in a lot, and the video comes out. I don't restrict it. I say, okay, Bimak, put on your channel. Mr. Kedge, put on your channel as well. I know that as it is on my channel, YouTube doesn't restrict it. It's also on your channel and this.
Under a minute, what are some of the pull him down that you faced so far?
Well, when I was coming on the scene, it was not easy. You know, you would comment literally everybody. Some people were getting frustrated, and they call you a lot of names. Up to now, some people call me Po. C stands for cakes for some people, like Po Makeke.
Oh, Po
and
Cakes,
stuff.
Zambia.
So I feel like in Zambia we have much of the pull down syndrome, and I feel
Negative.
like from the level of my intelligence on how I've built my brand, I feel like I've connected to much more of the people who with caliber, who think straight and put things straight, business houses, entrepreneurs, and even ladies at large for cakes, because I'm turning that into a cake business. So it's really something which is really pushing, except
And I need to be an ambassador for that.
except for the lower 40% who just think that when you go on Facebook you need to take him down, you know, like. And I feel like I've been generous enough to really anticipate. If you've noticed, I don't reply something which is very bad. I embrace them, and I tell them, because for me I preach love, and if you see my tagline is let love lead, because where there's love, there's literally no everything else. When you love someone, you definitely would want to do something.
I
for
also
them.
remember that
Exactly.
there was a certain misunderstanding, I think, some time back.
Yeah.
Are you comfortable to talk about it under 2 seconds?
Sure.
What happened?
With
Is it? I think with this, the public. I don't know what
Okay.
you posted. Then people
Oh,
like.
yeah. I think I had to I kissed is it Bukata, you know Bukata
Okay,
I
all right,
kissed her
okay,
on the
so
forehead, and people went like, no, it's not supposed to do that.
okay.
I was like, yo guys, this is just love, and you know I love all the children in society, you know, yeah.
And so, let me extend my gratitudes for sparing time to come on this particular show, you know, to unleash the riches of knowledge that you've had. And so, ladies and gentlemen, time has always never been our best allied on this particular show. And so, you've been watching Mr. Kedge right here on Revelation TV on Raising the New Generation. We'll see you next time. Shalom, shalom.
Revelation TV, delivering gospel.
Flyers, company profiles, PVC IDs, magazines, calendars, posters, and business cards. We are situated in Nevada Stage 3 next to Winners Chapel at Revelation TV Studios. You can get in touch with us on the number